Everything great takes time. Nothing is truly perfect and the way to get there is repetitive and boring. But one day, when you look back, you will be proud of yourself. Any great building that made its way to history books wasn't built in a year or two. Take the Cornerdome Cathedral. It took 632 years of construction for it to be completed. And it's a magnificent piece of architecture. It's one of the most gorgeous buildings ever completed by man. It was definitely worth the wait so we can admire it today. And I forget this a lot when I'm looking at my forever world. I see my future plans. I see what I want to be done already. But I have a whole journey to happen. I need to remind myself that Minecraft isn't a destination game. This game is all about the journey. And this video will be a journey that helped me. Welcome to my therapy.
So, how was your week?
Great, just great. I actually got a promotion at work.
I'm delighted to hear that, but it seems to me that something is bothering you.
Well,
Don't be shy, you can trust me.
everything seems so repetitive. And I'm slowly starting to hate my job.
Well, we can't let that happen, can we? May I suggest you start listening to a podcast, or maybe find a hobby? Fishing, for example, seems great.
Yeah, I think I can try that. So we're gonna start with making my egg farm make sense. I intended it to be a backyard of another building. I actually had to redesign the bridge for this one. You know the walls that are connected with a bunch of paths? The idea is that I'll be able to get everywhere by just swimming in the river. I'll still do paths, but that's the idea. I really want to turn this location into a town, and well, it's not. I want to create a villager trading hall this episode specifically for librarians. I might make more trading halls for more villager types, but that's for the future. And it was when I was recording the process of building the villager breeder. But this time I wanted to play around it in survival. So I have 30 minutes to record. Today has been a great day. I had an oral exam today, which my teacher organized to train us for our finals, because apart from the stuff we will be writing, we also have an oral exam. And I did great! I did so freaking great, and just because of that, my day got better, because it sucked for a while. Honestly, life sucked for a while now, because I kind of feel disconnected from life. I feel like every day is the freaking same. I do the same stuff. I wake up, eat breakfast, go to school, come back from school. I know that me just speaking directly to you while playing might not be very today YouTube meta-like, but I wanted to include that recording for a reason. The repetitiveness that I was talking about is kind of something that is making me mad. I know that almost all of the people my age deal with it. That's an actual thing, and I can't do anything about it because I have to study for my finals. But I try to spend time in different ways when I have time. It might be surprising, but editing helps me. It's good I'm planning to turn that into a job, to just edit for people and maybe one day edit actual movies. That would be a dream come true. Just like making this world into something amazing. An alive world, and I'm saying that again. I'm talking about fighting the repetitiveness, and then I'm repeating myself. Great glitch, you're just great. I really want to go somewhere. I want to go on vacation. I'll probably will sooner or later. I really want to go out to nature. I want to visit either a lake or mountains and just chill there. I talked about it with my girlfriend and we agreed to go to a park this weekend, which I really wanted to do for a while, but we didn't really have time. And now, because of how I feel, we are gonna make time. It's finally time to complete the building, and then it will be time for the lectern placing and breaking and placing and breaking and placing and breaking. I'm totally not gonna come up with a way to stall the process of it. Totally not. While the past me is gathering materials, let me talk about the park I mentioned. Due to the snow and cold temperature, I didn't go to it, but when it got hotter, I actually did. It was my first longer driving distance as a fresh driver, but I managed to get there in one piece. The park itself is purely just a magnificent place. It's in Ojców in Poland, and I really enjoyed myself while walking there. My girlfriend was also pleased with the view there, so it was definitely time well spent. The cliffs there gave me so much inspiration for a future project, so yeah, one day. It's going to take time though. Before moving on though, I almost forgot that my girlfriend thought that this cliff looked like People. You know, the emote People. I just thought it was funny and I wanted to include it. Back to the build, I had to fix my sheep farm to complete the building, and then it took even more materials to somewhat finish this thing. Because even though it feels finished and I said I would make it with no pre-planning, I might make some touch-ups in the future. So the building doesn't stand out so much from the more detailed buildings which are not made yet. The stairs are definitely staying the way they are, cause they'll remind me of the therapy, and yeah, the pink trapdoors were an amazing idea. What I realized is that any progress helps me with repetitiveness. When I learn new stuff, either something for my finals or about editing, when I make a new great build in Minecraft that I can then grind for in the survival world, that actually feels nice. Creating something, developing new skills, that's what gets me going. That's what helps. I don't know if me saying all this stuff helps you, but I hope it can help even a bit. I spent some days just editing episode 2 because I told myself that I'll try putting out a video every month this year, and it was almost the end of February and I have not put out a video that month yet. So I was fighting with time, and on the final day of the month I did post episode 2, and the rest is history. You guys are scaring me! Yesterday I was talking about the fact that my episode 2 video didn't get any views. It's sitting at almost 2k views as of the time I'm recording this, which is nuts. I was fine with the low viewer count, but then you guys came around, all the nice comments came around. Honestly, thank you to anyone who left a comment, because every single one of you made my day. Episode 2 turned out great. Honestly, worth all the work that I put into it. And I'm not saying that because I got a satisfying amount of views for a smile YouTuber like me. I'm saying that cause I am really happy with the editing in that one. Of course, some stuff could be better, but I'll fix that in the next ones. That's how it works, and that puts a smile on my face. And when you smile at the world, sometimes it decides to smile back at you. I really love this terrain. Honestly, this is just so peaceful, so nice. What did I just see? That's a freaking pink sheep! I'll have to build something for my new pink sheep friend, but I'm not entirely sure where and what I want to build for them. Back to what I was doing when I found the pink sheep. I was actually going to an ocean monument for just a couple prismarine blocks for a fishing shack. And at this point, I have to clear some stuff up. I'm building a fishing shack for fishing, obviously, but I want a place where I can just yacht. Maybe with my friends, or maybe with you guys. And when pre-planning this one, I used prismarine for accents. And I could have just used copper, which is really accessible, but that's boring, and I want prismarine, so I'm getting prismarine. Also, yeah, mushroom. So the idea was that I wouldn't put a mending book on my tools until I had fished up a mending book. But after some time I got to a point where it was just pointless. I'm trying to make more progress, so why would I limit myself this much? I'm still having fun with the rules of this world, but I think they're enough. I still want to get a mending book, but most likely not in this video. It was weird to even start fishing in this video, since it's about a trading hall, and fishing has nothing to do with trading. Truly, the title of this video is incomplete. It should be using fishing to not make any progress on a trading haul in my forever world. You know, that would be too long. It might be a waste of time, but I really enjoy fishing. I even did an hour-long fishing video in May last year. Let me know if you want me to post something like that. Maybe 10 hours of uncut fishing? I can do that, I don't know. Okay, this is annoying. I probably should get a cat to scare these annoying beasts. I don't really want to bore you with just fishing footage. That can be a different video of just fishing, as you know, a joke. But this isn't really that exciting. Fishing is amazing when you are doing it, and not good when you're watching someone else fish, especially when it's in the middle of a video about something else. Still, it's much more for me, cause I enjoy it. Not that much enjoyable for you, probably. I don't know, tell me about it. Hello, welcome. Goodbye. This is Sonny, a friend of mine who is obsessed with fishing, a lot of fishing. So I invited him to, you wouldn't expect it, fish. I gave him a fishing rod, a special one, some iron, toured him around, and it was time to fish. And this is the pink island. There's some lore, there's the grave, there's the body actually.
I love looking at remains of animals.
You can see the lore, I don't know.
Lore, where's the lore?
Lore's here.
Lore. It's lore.
Yeah, we can fish now. I would love to show you more clips of us talking, but we talked so much about future plans that would be so much spoilers. Sonny is an amazing person and he's going to start streaming on Twitch in around 2 months from now. So there is a link in the description. Go follow him. Now, we also have talked about the server from a year ago, and I made a separate video about it, so if you want to, you can check that out too. And I promote way too much stuff. Why am I like this? Starting my villager adventure with more stalling. Yeah, gonna try to enchant my trident with Riptide 3 so I can go zoom zoom. Then I made a temporary dirt box for zombie villagers and made a rail going into it. I'm going to need a zombie to infest my villagers, and one Dexter reference later we can get to work. Dude, the zombie villagers were meant to be in the dirt box, not here! Ah! So after some work it turned out that it's much more convenient to have cured villagers in the box instead of zombies, because they are annoying and they hurt, so I need a lot of gold for the apples to cure villagers. Anyway, back to the lecterns. I'm gonna put on a podcast or something and do the villager grind. Welcome back to Villaging with Glitch. Remember that you have already done this 1,000 times before. You are a professional in breaking and placing lecterns. Become one with the villager. Just swing your arms, right hand, left hand, then a hard stare at the villager, full of hope, trust, and then finally, disappointment. Thank you for listening to Villaging with Glitch. I hope our podcast has helped you with how repetitive this task truly is. You're doing it over and 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 over. It's villagers killing time, and now again! Welcome back to Villaging with Glitch. Remember that you have already done this 1,000 times before. You are a professional in breaking and placing lecterns.
How has the podcast been treating you?
Honestly, I think it's not my cup of tea. However, I went fishing on the weekend and it was really great.
That's great. How have you been feeling about your job now?
I honestly need to thank you, cause finding new experiences made me realize I need to quit my job and do something with my life. I feel that I have a purpose here. And we are back to fishing. I'm so glad that the villager grind is over. It was truly a nightmare. I'm gonna take a good break before I build the trading hall, because I kinda got overwhelmed with the villager work. I'm learning to take my time with stuff. Sometimes I need to rush some things, but I know that if I take time, I make great things. It sounds like I have a big ego, but I actually need to appreciate myself more. And I hope you guys appreciate yourself too. This is truly a therapy. Speaking about you, I have asked you for some questions that I can answer while fishing. So... Euros asked, if you could bring one of the mob vote losers to the game, which one would it be? I have two favorites out of all the mob vote losers. I really loved the idea of the crab, just first of all just because it's a silly mob, and second of all because of the claw that would give us place blocks, I think. I'm not entirely sure if it would let us also break the blocks. I don't know, we'll probably never know, but I also loved the copper golem. He was just a silly little guy made out of copper. I would love a copper golem. Out of these two, I'd probably choose the copper golem. How long have you been doing Minecraft videos? I have been doing Minecraft videos for 2 years now. And I don't know what to say about this. I've been doing content for 2 years and yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm not forcing myself to do anything. I'm just a guy playing block game, trying to make cinematic videos about it. Wonderful Milato has left 2 questions. We'll start with the first one. How long have you been playing Minecraft? When I think about it, I've started seriously playing Minecraft on PC when 1.12 got out, the color update, the colorful update, but I still remember White Wool creating a red bed, so I am not sure, and playing long-term worlds since 1.16. That's a thing. I had my first hardcore world that I took seriously in 1.16. Second question from Milato. What have you planned in this series? And honestly, I don't really have any specific plans. I mean, I do. I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't plan out some stuff in a creative world before, and I have a lot planned. So yeah, a lot of building. I have some twists this series, but I do not want to spoil them because it will ruin the videos, and if I don't do the videos I will feel bad, but I have some ideas. I have some crazy ideas for this series. Stay tuned. How long do you think this series will last? Excited to see. Well, isn't that in the name? This is a forever world, and I know the forever worlds are today's trend, like Minecraft Hardcore used to be, but I am taking this seriously. I really want a long-term world. I got tired of hardcore. When I started series 2 of hardcore, I knew that it was going to be my last hardcore world ever. I knew that I wanted to switch to survival. Realistically speaking, how long can I keep this series alive? I kept hardcore series 2 alive for 1.5 years, and it only stopped because I died in the series. So I think I have a good chance to keep this series alive for a very, very long time. While endlessly fishing, drones were very annoying, so I'm gonna trap them. Wow, that's a cool villager. I'm gonna steal your babies. The trap is a little bit too eye-catching, but it will work for now. So I've been fishing for a while. Have I fished up a mending book like I wanted to? Nope. Will I do it this episode? Nope. I'm at a point in a video that I feel that it needs to be finished, and that's it. So I started chopping some wood to build the library trading hall. Obviously I need bookshelves for a library, so I decided to find another stronghold for its books. While coming back home, I got a Heart of the Sea from a buried treasure, and adding this book to my sword for sweeping edge, and look, it took the curse away. I know this one only works for armor, but it would be funny if that sword would be cursed and it wouldn't affect how it works, and it would just be cursed for a reason that the curse can't be removed, because you can't remove a curse with a grindstone, but apparently you can with an anvil. Next, I need a lot of mud. I should actually make a farm for it, because I use it so much and I keep making it in this river. I think I have enough stuff to build a part of the trading hall, and I have to address this now. I will not be building the whole thing. I want this video to be done so I can post it this month. And yeah, need to move the villager pen, because it's in the schematic area. Why is he watching? After building the holding cells for the villagers, I can start the painful task of moving them and I'll be just done. Are you enjoying watching this? Probably not. It's just a guy struggling with moving some guys. That sounds weird. Some of them almost died, but well, yeah. That's where we end today. A complete training hall. This video was a good reminder that I can get too overwhelmed with creating part of creation. That was a nothing burger, sorry. Because I actually kind of feel a bit of pressure from myself to do stuff as fast as I can, and then it leads to procrastination somehow. Okay, we can finish the therapy session now. The longest one I have ever had, believe it or not. This video took over a month to make. Hopefully the next one will be done faster. No promises. So yeah, see you in the next one. Also, a big thank you to Ryan for helping me with the therapy scenes. I don't know where I'll link his channel, maybe in the description, maybe it will pop up here. I don't know. Thank you, Ryan.